As technology evolves, so will our foods. You have companies like Beyond Meat revolutionizing the future of plant-based meat substitutes. This new announced SPAC merger just released today is the Beyond Meat of agriculture. This is the latest and most revolutionary indoor vertical farming company in the world. If you are for the future of human life sustainability through innovative farming with minimal environmental impact, you don't want to miss this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified for my latest videos. If you want to get 2 free stocks, try Webull. Get 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 or more. To get the most up-to-date high-growth stock news, my latest buy and sell alerts, and smart money market sentiment, check out my Patreon. It comes with private Discord and a full range of server benefits. All the links will be below under the description of this video. Aerofarms to go public with merger valued at $1.2 billion with SPAC Spring Valley acquisition. Aerofarms is set to go public after announcing Friday a merger with special purpose acquisition company Spring Valley Acquisition Corp. In a deal valued at $1.2 billion, Spring Valley stock gained 1.6% pre-market trading. The deal is expected to provide the indoor vertical farming company with $357 million in proceeds. After the deal closes, which is expected in the second quarter of 2021, the company will be named Aerofarms. Will be led by Aerofarms co-founder and chief executive David Rosenberg, and the stock will trade on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol ARFM. At Aerofarms, their mission is to grow the best plants possible for the betterment of humanity, and they are executing on this by taking agriculture to new heights with the latest in technology, innovation, and understanding of plant science. Let's take a look at their promo video.
I'm David Rosenberg, co-founder and CEO for Aerofarms, the world leader in vertical farming. Aerofarms has been innovating in vertical farming at scale for 15 years and elevating the agriculture industry, helping solve the global sustainability and food crisis. We are proud to have been recognized more than anyone else with over 50 awards for our industry leadership and technological innovations. Aerofarms is on a mission to grow the best plants possible for the betterment of humanity.
Our vision is to build farms in cities all over the world to allow everyone to have access to fresh, great tasting, healthy food all year round.
Our technological expertise in plant biology makes us great farmers. Our commitment to the planet makes us great stewards for future generations. We are a certified B Corporation with a transparent scorecard on both the environment and society. We are proud to be using business as a force for good and serve as an inspiration to the broader universe. We partner closely with our communities. We hire locally. We work with the local economic development groups like the New Jersey Reentry Program to provide second chance opportunities for former offenders.
Today, the right thing is being done. This is incredible. We're building a manufacturing plant here to grow vegetables here, the largest one in the world. They're bringing their headquarters here, and they get to support ShopRite, they get to support Whole Foods, they get to support local markets, they get to hire Newark residents, all at the same time. This is a dream come true.
We have built a world-class culture and team with decades of experience with experts in every area. From horticulture to R&D, to engineering, to technology, to operations, to food safety, to nutrition. We think holistically how to grow the best plants possible and use the latest technology to generate new breakthroughs. This is what makes Aerofarms different from anyone else out there. We know plants inside and out. Driven by innovation, vertical farming is at the forefront of the agriculture industry. At Aerofarms, we're very vertically integrated, and we have IP and uniqueness in the form of patents and trade secrets across our whole platform, which creates a competitive barrier. Today, we focus on leafy greens, which are ripe for disruption due to pain points for sourcing and large consumer demand. Leafy greens as a category is expected to grow globally to $103 billion by 2023. However, our expertise is broad. We have grown over 500 different varieties of fruits and vegetables. We outperform both greenhouse and field farming for better productivity, quality, and efficiency. We optimize our plants through each stage from germination to harvest for faster growth cycles. We have 26 harvests versus just 2 or 3 in the field. We can achieve up to 390 times greater productivity per acre versus field farming. We can use up to 95% less water to grow a plant. We use 0 pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, and insecticides. This is how we grow more with less. We have the capability to grow just about anything. We see an overall addressable market opportunity of $1.9 trillion across multiple growth segments. We are revolutionizing agriculture through our fully connected smart farms. Our proprietary AgStack farm system is the next generation architecture for scalable industrial Internet of Things for continuous monitoring and plant optimizing. Through our technology and data insights, we have an amazing network effect that allows us to understand plants better than anyone in the history of farming.
We are collecting all of these data points of what we're giving the plant. What spectrum of light, what nutrients, how do we improve quality, taste, texture? We're using data analytics and becoming better farmers.
We're setting a new culinary standard and winning over top tastemakers.
This is Aerofarms baby kale. This is going to be packed the flavor of kale. The watercress had those peppery notes. The bok choy is super juicy. This is what I love about Aerofarms, is that it's like technology that's allowing people to farm better and smarter, and it makes really delicious food.
At the end of the day, it's about delivering better food for our customers. We work with major retailers and local supermarkets to deliver the most nutritious, delicious leafy greens available. And consumers love us. We have higher sales velocity and higher numbers of customer recommendations than our competitors. The world is entering a new paradigm, and the challenges to feed our planet are abound. Aerofarms is leading the charge that will continue to scale its business utilizing our proven vertical farming technology. Doing more with less is not only a corporate mantra, it's very much in our DNA. We strive towards it every day for the betterment of humanity.
This is one honest company working towards the betterment of humanity by revolutionizing the indoor farming industry and giving jobs to those in need. It's a full circle of good humanitarian deeds. At Aerofarms, they are on a mission to grow the best plants possible for the betterment of humanity. They are a global, mission-driven company, certified B Corporation, and proud to be named one of the world's most innovative companies by Fast Company. Their patent award-winning aeroponic technology provides the perfect conditions for healthy plants to thrive, taking indoor vertical farming to a new level of precision and productivity with minimal environmental impact and virtually zero risk. Through their retail brand Dream Greens, you can enjoy locally grown, pesticide-free produce that bursts with flavors and nutrition all year round. The company has been innovating vertical farming since 2004. That's over 15 years of experience. Aerofarms helps solve the global sustainability and food crisis by producing locally for fresher food and less waste, such as being 390 times as productive as a field farm, uses up to 95% less water than regular farms, uses as little as 0.3% of the land of a field farmer, and 0 pesticides. Aerofarms wins at retail with great tasting leafy green products. Aerofarms product is currently in over 200 stores in the Northeast, including Whole Foods Market, where they experienced over 500% growth from 2019 to 2020. You also have other retailers like Balder, ShopRite, Amazon Fresh, and Fresh Direct carrying their products. Fresh produce is a $1.4 trillion industry. Let's take a look at their financial projections. They currently have 1 farm in 2021 and plans to have 4 by 2022 and 16 by 2026. They are expecting $4 million in revenue and $2 million in gross profit this year. Do note that this SPAC merger is valuating this company at $1.2 billion. This valuation is either ridiculously high or very ambitious and forward-looking. They are projecting to make $553 million in revenue and a gross profit of $264 million a year by 2026. Regardless of the numbers, I like the company's motives and business structure. Let's see what the CEO had to say today on CNBC.
Welcome back to Squawk on the Street. Vertical farming company Aerofarms announcing plans to go public on the NASDAQ through a SPAC merger. The deal with Spring Valley, a blank check company, values Aerofarms at over $1 billion. With us now, Aerofarms CEO David Rosenberg. David, thanks for being with us. Congrats on the deal.
Yeah, thanks. Great being with you.
So we actually spoke about 6 years ago in Newark at your vertical farm there. Just to get everybody up to speed, when we're talking about vertical farming, what are we talking about in terms of not only what you grow, but how you grow it?
Yeah, that's right, Morgan. That was in a converted nightclub. Then we went to a converted paintball facility. The facility behind me is a converted steel factory. We build these in new ground-up construction as well as existing buildings. So when we say vertical farming, it's layer upon layer of plant growth. Plants don't need sun. They don't need soil. They actually need nutrients and micronutrients. Our growth media is a cloth growth media. Instead of sun, we give them spectrum at different intensities, different frequencies to optimize plant growth. And the result is local food production at scale, so everyone can enjoy fresh, great-tasting leafy greens. In our case, also without pesticides, herbicides, fungicides.
Why leafy greens? Why not other types of fruits or vegetables or agriculture?
So we've grown over 550 different varieties of plants. So we sell leafy greens under a brand Dream Greens at Whole Foods, Fresh Direct, Amazon Fresh, Valdor's, ShopRite. But leafy greens, they have high rates of perishables. They're highly perishable. There's a tremendous amount of product that goes to waste. So about 60% of what comes off a farm doesn't get eaten. There's a lot of spoilage. And that really speaks to inefficiencies in the supply chain. So that's the first problem we address. But then additionally, there's lots of pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. When a product says triple washed, it is what it sounds. You wash it to get the pesticides, herbicides off. So here we're able to grow not with organic pesticides, zero. My biggest surprise is we're competing on taste and texture. And this is the benefit of indoor agriculture. It's really fully controlled science that allows us to experiment, understand what a plant wants. So it's all giving different temperature, humidity, pH, nutrients, micronutrients, different spectrum to optimize plant growth to get great taste, textures. And that's where we're winning on the taste and texture, on the quality of the plant, just by understanding what it wants and how to deliver it.
David, I took a look at your investor deck tied to today's announcement. It shows that you've been doing vertical farming for 15 years. I know it's clear that there's a lot of science and experimentation that goes into that. In the deck, it says you're expecting $4 million in revenue this year, projecting $13 million next year, and yet you're valued at over $1 billion as part of this transaction. I'm curious, what are the catalysts that actually get you to $500 million by 2026 that you haven't been able to do so far?
So it's been a long journey to really optimize quality and reduce capital costs and operating costs so the economics work. So today the economics work, and then me as CEO say, what do we need to prove to have scale? So we're in about over 200 supermarkets. We're in a mass market retailer like ShopRite, a specialty retailer in Whole Foods, online retailers like Fresh Direct, Amazon Fresh, food service like Baldor. So now we've proven the business model. We've proven the unit economics. So now we've been putting money. We've raised over $200 million to date before this, putting money into reducing capital costs, reducing operating costs, and utilize the platform to grow other plants like tomatoes, like strawberries. We've grown 550 different plants. So now we're utilizing this platform. So when we say a platform, it's of controlling light, nutrient, spectrum, the digitization of it. There's a lot of software and programming and of controlling the pumps, valves, all of these features, and now using it to make other applications to have greater impact. So investors are betting on our unit economics today. Right now, this is what we call Model 4. Our next farm is going to be Model 5. We're breaking ground on 2 projects in April. And we've already built the prototype of what we call Model 6, all better economics. And then we're using the platform for other problems. So berries, for example, people have too many crap berries. So here we have great tasting berries to deliver to the customer 365 days a year.
Got it.
When I say great tasting, it's like they're red through and through. A measurement of berries is Brix. Brix is a sugar content. An average berry has a Brix content of 7. These have a Brix content of 11 because the sugars come in the leaves during the diurnal cycle, the resting period. If you stress it and change the humidity, change the temperature, we could force more sugars from the leaf to the berry to have the sweetest berry you ever had.
Well, we'll take your word for it because unfortunately we haven't been able to do virtual taste testing yet. But I'm curious, with this deal, you get $350 million from both the cash in the SPACs trust as well as the PIPE that coincides it. How do you plan to spend it? Is that part of your 5th iteration, your 6th iteration, as you were talking about?
Yeah, I mean, it's both rolling out new farms. We're rolling out a farm in, like I said, Virginia, another one in Abu Dhabi. There's a lot of interest in the Middle East where it aligns with our value proposition. There's not a lot of farmland, not a lot of water. There's water insecurity issues. So building it there, so rolling out geographically, growing more plants to reduce CapEx, OpEx. In our pro forma, it's just leafy greens, but the opportunity is so much bigger. For example, we're growing a plant as a therapeutic, so in a pharmaceutical application to treat highly symptomatic people of COVID-19. So the plant's a bioreactor, it produces the protein. The protein's used for this therapeutic application to treat receptors in the heart. Another example, if you've heard of CRISPR-Cas9, the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2021 to the developers of CRISPR.
David, unfortunately, we're at the end of the hour. I got to cut you off there. Fascinating. Come back. Tell us more about that at a future date. Good to see you. Congratulations. Thanks.
Good to see you.
Aerofarms is trading under the ticker symbol SV, Spring Valley Acquisition Corp., and at the time of this recording is trading at $10.09.